What do you think of the finished design then? That should be appearing on mugs, t-shirts and hoodies hopefully by the weekend, if I can get all of the stuff sorted to make it work. Thank you very much to Gigi Baxter for sending me the little pictures that I needed to be able to make it the way I wanted it to do. This is what I had in my head when I was saying I needed to get the trophies in silhouette, and despite my distinct lack of Photoshop skill, I seem to have created something that isn't too far away from what was sat in my mind. It's not perfect. It will certainly do though. I'm happy with that. I'm less happy with the fact it's 10 o'clock at night. We can turn this around now. I'm less happy with the fact it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm only just sitting down to start the vlog, and I've not done today's Football Manager video yet. In fact, I think I've got to play a couple of games of Football Manager before I can even record the video. And I've really hurt my back. I've been joking around at work for a little while saying, oh, I'm just looking for a reason to be off sick for these last few weeks. I'm the only person who's handed in their notice who's not had time off sick yet, etc, etc, etc. Making myself out to be a hero, joking around that I might have time off sick, but obviously I wouldn't because I don't really do that. But now I've really hurt my back. I can't really stand up straight. I can't sit up straight. It came on this afternoon. I genuinely... I just realised my phone was under there. I hope it didn't ruin all of that. Fingers crossed, eh? But I genuinely am thinking I'll definitely go in tomorrow because I want to at least give it a try, but I don't think I can get through an entire day at work with my back feeling like this. I've dosed up on Nurofen back pain stuff. I've done all my exercises that I did before when I had my slip disc like 2 times over the last 15 years, and it's in exactly the same spot. I know exactly what I've done. It's right in my lower back there. The way the physio explained it to me years ago when I first had a slip disc is it's not, I don't know if there's different types of slip disc, but the one I have or had isn't a case of the actual disc of the spine is out of line or anything. What it actually is I guess a less serious version of it, and he described it as saying if you've got the spine which is like a stack of discs all on top of each other like ring donuts, all stacked on top of each other, and then between them there's this gooey, jammy, cushiony substance that stops the discs banging into each other, allows them to flex and mush around, and they have a certain shape, and when they're in their right shape the jam stays inside in between the donuts where it's supposed to be, and there's no pain. But if you sit in the same position for too long or your posture is bad, so shock, this is all happening at a time when I'm literally sat in a chair constantly doing all this exam marking and moderation, because my spine is supposed to go that way. When I'm sat in a chair it sort of arches over like that as I lean forward, and my chair's not very good and my monitor's slightly too low, and I've been using a laptop and I've been doing it at work. Because I'm sort of arching over, if I stay in that position for too long the jam starts to seep out of the donut, and this is how the physio explained it, and it's that act of just this gooey stuff that's supposed to be between the discs just bulging out, and that bulge then presses on nerves which causes the pain, and also the fact that the gooey jammy stuff isn't between the discs, I guess it means they're clanging together maybe. But the key thing is it's this jam is out of my donuts, so it just is ridiculous. So it's pressing on a nerve and hurts, but it also means my movement is really restricted, because if you imagine you've got these discs piled on top of each other that have this stuff that allows them to be flexible, if that stuff all comes out and bunches on one side, suddenly you can't flex that way either. So the thing I need to do to stop the pain is to get my posture sorted out and get it bent back the right way, but getting into this position with a straight back really hurts. So I've got some exercises where I have to lie on my front and sort of do a half press up thing where you do a press up on the front half but you try and keep your hips on the floor, so straight arms but hips on the floor. That arches your back the way it's supposed to do, but I can't quite get into that shape yet. I can get up onto my elbows, and I'm doing that every hour or so while I'm at home. And then I also have to lie on my back and just sort of rotate my legs back and forth, because the motion of just rotating your legs, keeping loose around the hips, that helps work the jam back in. So I'm doing that every hour or so. That's why I'm worried that I might not make it for a whole day at work, because I can't really do it at work. I'll see how I go. The only lessons I'm teaching tomorrow are first thing, so in theory I could come home by 10:30 and it doesn't really do anybody any harm. I've taught the lessons I need to teach for the day, and then I can come home, get my back fixed, maybe do a bit of exam marking, lying face down on the bed up on my elbows on the laptop, because that's going to get my back into the right shape, which is going to be a massive help, and also mean I can still get that exam marking done, which I'm not going to be able to do it sat at a desk. So you will warn me it would happen. I've pushed myself too hard. I've broken myself. Luckily, I've only broken my back and not my mind, but it is really, really uncomfortable, and one of those signs that I need to sort myself out a little bit. So that's going to be my goal for the next few days. I'll definitely go into work in the morning. I'll try and get through the day, and hopefully, just the other thing is, if I stay at home and sit down or lie down, then it stiffens up, and that's the worst thing you can do. If you have any kind of back problems, you'll know the best thing to do to ease the pain of back problems is to keep moving, keep walking around. So being at work, walking around, teaching is one of the best things I can do to make my back feel better. The issue is, because I'm not teaching, it's going to be from sort of 11 o'clock through till 4 o'clock, just sat at a desk, hunched over my laptop, doing this exam marking, and that is the absolute worst position I can possibly be in, especially without the incentive to get out of my chair and move around, and the ability to lie down and do these exercises. So we'll see how it goes. If I'm going to have any time off, the best bet is sort of tomorrow lunchtime through to the end of the day, and then be back in for Thursday when I'm teaching again. So we'll see how it goes. I need to do a football manager video. I need to stand up and walk around. So I shall see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.